This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on The South Today, the tragedy of loss and her response to it brings one young woman to the Queen. She'll be recognised as a leader. Rotary and other members of the Invercargill business community are going to build a house to home the homeless. And 3 men survive a harrowing ordeal at the hands of Neptune and high seas on the Sandbar and Greymouth. Stay tuned, great news. Kia ora, good evening. I'm Craig Story with The South Today. An Otago Polytechnic nursing student is to have a royal moment. 19-year-old Ashley Smith is heading to Buckingham Palace on June the 29th, where she will be presented with a Queen's Young Leaders Award for her work with Sticks and Stones, which aims to empower young people to stand up to bullying. Smith began her work when 3 of her schoolmates took their own lives within 8 months of each other.
Ashley Smith seems like your everyday happy-go-lucky teenager. But 5 years ago, the Otago Polytechnic nursing students' world was turned upside down when 3 of her friends at the Maniototo area school took their own lives. That led Smith and other student leaders from 5 central Otago schools to found Sticks and Stones to help young people who are experiencing bullying. Now Smith, in recognition of her work, is heading to London to receive a Young Leader Award from the Queen.
We'll head to London in the second week, and I think we do things like go to the Prime Minister's house and, of course, go to Buckingham Palace.
Smith says she felt confusion, anger and sadness as she tried to grapple with the decisions her friends had made.
It's incredibly difficult to describe what that's like, and being a 14-year-old and feeling all these emotions, including just absolute confusion, anger, sadness, just no idea what to do with them. So Sticks and Stones came along, and it was really an opportunity for me to kind of, I guess, target some of that emotion into something.
60 young people from around the Commonwealth will receive Young Leader Awards. Recipients go on to complete a year-long course through Cambridge University. Roselle LeBone, The South Today.
A Wanaka man who was assaulted by his partner while he held their 18-month-old child filmed the assault on his cell phone. Nikita Marie Selwood pleaded guilty to assaulting her ex-partner Stuart Coburn on January the 19th at their Wanaka home. She also pleaded guilty to a transferred malice charge of assault after unintentionally hitting their child. Selwood is sentenced to 9 months of supervision on the first charge and discharged without conviction on the second. Members of Rotary and the Invercargill business community are coming together to help the homeless by volunteering their time to build a house. The house will be auctioned and the proceeds used to upgrade accommodation for some of the 120 homeless people in Southland. The South Today's reporter Ruby Spink reports.
Knocking homelessness on the head. Callum Rutledge is one of a group of Invercargill residents doing their bit to solve a national problem. In a partnership between Invercargill's 6 Rotary clubs and supported by local business and numerous volunteers, a house is being built in the suburb of Grasmere. The plan is to auction the house to help fund the Southland Breathing Space Trust.
Actually, it was about 2.5 years ago it all started when I was first approached by one of the Rotary clubs about a block of land that I've got up here and whether I'll be interested in doing this project as a fundraiser. So yeah, it's been a long haul to get to this stage.
The Breathing Space Trust provides emergency accommodation for the homeless in Invercargill, and the money from the auction will help it increase the number of rooms available at its emergency night shelter.
We feel it's a worthy cause, and and they're a good team that works with them. So, well, they're a trust that help with support to homeless, and not only for the homeless in Invercargill, but they also work with them to help them in the process there.
No one knows how much money will be raised by the selling of this house once it's completed. But Rutledge says the cost has been significantly reduced by the amount of time and materials donated to the project by local people and businesses.
We've had great support from the local businesses and that side of things. They've come on board and not only just volunteering their time, but doing it for nothing, and that's actual businesses and that sort of thing as well. But then there's been a lot of volunteers through the Rotary, and then even people that aren't involved in the roachery that have turned up.
He says the house should be finished by September, when it will then be auctioned. I'm Ruby Spink for The South Today.
3 men have survived a harrowing ordeal at the hand of Neptune after their fishing boat Kutere was stranded on a sandbar in Greymouth. Great pictures here. Matthew Fisher, no pun intended, and his son Aidan, along with the boat owner Les Horncastle, endured a rough ride as the boat was buffeted by heavy seas. The men managed to set off flares and then escape the fishing boat into a lifeboat in the middle of the night. The Maritime New Zealand spokesman says the 16.5 metre fishing vessel is intact. Wow. There is no evidence of any oil or fuel spill from the boat either. And the three fishermen are safe and well. Can't say the same for the Kutere though. Still to come on The South Today, look, go and fetch the dog his slippers and I'll read you a fluffy animal story to comfort you on a chill Tuesday evening. And when dastardly deeds are done, it is the good people of Dunedin who will put it right for you.
Channel 39 brings you a series of 45-minute documentaries looking at the future and the past. Wednesday nights at 7:30, repeating Friday nights at 8:30, only on Channel 39.
Bring some more joy into your world by adopting one of our adult animals at SPCA Otago. Call now on 473 8252. Please adopt a pet now, they will love you forever.
Grandad loved his family and surfing, in that order. He taught me to surf, and we spent a lot of time in the water together over the years. When he died, I strapped the camera to the nose of his old board and filmed the paddle out at St. Clair. Gillian's played the video on the big screen at his funeral. Grandad would have loved having everyone come out one last surf with him.
Gillian's Funeral Services, helping families celebrate the lives of their loved ones for generations. Gillians.co.nz.
It's on again. The Star Regent 24-hour book sale starts noon, 9th of June. Don't miss out.
From rare to the recent, visit the legendary Hard to Find for your quality second-hand books. With the largest stock in New Zealand and a friendly book-loving atmosphere. For good prices, buying or selling, come visit 20 Dowling Street.
Every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
We're a 25 Moray Place at Dog with Tails Cafe and Bar. So we take coffee very seriously. We do what's called contract roasting, so we're creating our own roasting profile and then doing our own blends. We're really focused on the craft of what we're doing. You know, we're going back, instead of going on mass-produced sort of cheap things, we're taking the time to really craft what we're making. Make it so anyone can come here and have a feed and be able to get something they're able to eat or that they want to eat as well. You're kind of getting a taste of cafes from all around the world when you come here.
We need your help to secure the future of Dunedin Hospital. The Dunedin City Council is leading the community's call to redevelop Dunedin Hospital as a top-flight teaching hospital right in the city centre. Have you sent your SOS? Add your voice to the thousands demanding central government commit to the health and well-being of the whole southern region. Go to dunedinhospitalsos.nz and fill out your form, or head to a library near you to fill out a paper copy. dunedinhospitalsos.nz.
Kiwi Country, an hour of country music from today and yesterday. Sunday 4 p.m, repeating Friday 10 p.m.
Thank you for staying with the South today. Here's the dog story I promised you. Dunedin's dogs took the time to brush up on the classics for book night last week at the Kensington Tavern. The event was just one of many held nationwide by the Book Discussion Scheme, which encourages ESOL, high school students and adults, to read, with more than 1,200 book clubs operating throughout the country.
8-year-old Border Collie Cross Dart is an avid reader. And if you were at the Kensington last week, you might have found him and the Landsar search dog, Finn, with their snouts in a book for a good cause. Landsar provided the dogs while the Book Discussion Scheme offered books at the Kensington's fundraiser quiz. The pub was the usual hive of activity for quiz night, but these friends of the four-legged variety were doggedly perusing the latest bestseller. To join in on the action for book night anywhere in the country, all you had to do was read more than 15 minutes and register online.
Everyone who reads a book can upload a selfie of themselves to the Book Discussion Scheme website, and you get a star on the map of New Zealand. So I'm trying to get as many stars as possible for Dunedin, because we are the UNESCO City of Literature for New Zealand. So that's my aim. I'm going to try and get as many people as possible. So I started arranging these events and then realised that I'd signed up to come to the Landsar Search and Rescue fundraiser, which is a quiz night here at the Kensington Tavern, to raise money for Landsar. And I didn't want to miss out on the quiz, so I thought, well, hang on a minute, there's going to be about 200 people here, so I could get them all reading books.
The Book Discussion Scheme coordinates book clubs throughout the country for all ages to promote reading and its benefits. These dogs are special, having trained to work for Land Search and Rescue.
Do you train them? Oh, that's cool. How long have you been doing that?
Well, I've been doing that for 20 odd years.
Participants could join book night while travelling on public transport, while at work, or at one of the in-person activities. Roselle LeBone, The South Today.
An elderly Dunedin woman who woke to find the wheels on her car had been stolen has had her faith restored in humanity. A city car dealer heard of the 80-year-old's plight, so he made contact and he sought to right the wrongs of a dastardly person.
Imagine going out to your car and finding the wheels stolen. That's what happened to 80-year-old Alwyn Isaacs recently. However, a local man came to the rescue.
Oh, it's been stressful. Yeah. Very stressful. But when you get good Samaritans like this, it sort of brings your day up.
She went out to her shiny red Mazda 2 to discover it was on blocks and all 4 of her wheels had been removed. However, Alwyn Isaacs says her faith in humanity has been restored following the act of Chris Henderson of Midway Motors, who offered to replace them as a gift.
Sorry, but here's an 80-year-old lady that would be stressed about this. But for me, it's not really such a big deal. I deal with cars every day, so I could take care of it pretty quickly and get her mobile again, so I offered to help.
Henderson says the cost of replacing Alwyn's wheels wasn't an issue, and he was just happy to be doing something nice for someone.
Look, it's only $350 for me, but it's karma, isn't it? It's doing a good thing. We are a small community in Dunedin, so I'm in a position that I can help, and so I did.
The incident was reported to police, and Alwyn Isaacs says she's just waiting to hear back from them. Daryl Baser, The South Today.
Chris Henderson of Midway Motors. Good buggers. After the break on The South Today, have car will crash in Caversham, and fiery invective at the DCC meeting over freedom camping. You better watch where you park. Also, tomorrow's ODT and the weather.
Loss of collagen is the reason for those fine lines and wrinkles. Silberhorn's Collagen Plus naturally supports your collagen levels, giving you younger, firmer looking skin, healthier, shinier hair and stronger nails. Joints, tendons, ligaments and cartilage all benefit from healthy collagen levels, the very foundation of structural health. Support collagen levels naturally with Collagen Plus by Silberhorn. Be quick, buy one now and get a second pack half price. Call now 0800 502 402.
Autumn is here. Too late to sow grass seed, but never fear. Ready Lawn is here. Ready Lawn, your perfect all year round solution. Call Ready Lawn today.
Garrador Dunedin, delivering quality stylish garage doors in Dunedin for over 15 years. New doors, replacement doors, repairs and maintenance are all part of Garrador's quality service. Garrador Dunedin offers a full range of modern quality doors to suit any home. Come visit the team at 553 Kaikoura Valley Road. Visit www.garrador.co.nz or call us on 488 5676.
Active Furnishers Limited, home of quality service with superior product and an in-house design team who are always happy to advise and create an imaginative solution for you. Active Furnishers Limited, part of Dunedin's design history.
It's on again. The Star Regent 24-hour book sale starts noon, 9th of June. Don't miss out.
Emu oil has been used for centuries to support joint mobility and tired muscles. Also helpful for supporting healthy skin. Available as oil or in capsules. Go to www.silverhorn.co.nz to order Emu oil today.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
When it's time to say goodbye to your pet, Heaven Sent Pet Cremations are here to help you through this difficult experience. Call Heaven Sent Pet Cremations today for their care and guidance. Phone 489-2274.
EFTPOS, point of sale and cash registers. Rent, lease or buy. Mobile EFTPOS and fixed terminals. Short or long-term rentals. Contact Anything's POS today. 0274 361 474.
University of Otago. Usually the atmosphere is charged with the energy of student life. But this week is the week before exams.
Hey, Tane. Not now, man. I'm panicking. Come on, mate. I know just what you need. In here? No. Is this it? No. This is the place to ease your stress.
Hey, Tane. Fancy a little cuddle?
Pigs have lived for 2 centuries in one of the most isolated places on Earth. But nobody knows for sure what will happen. This daring experiment could change the face of medicine forever.
Mondays at 8 p.m. features a series of hour-long documentaries by local filmmaker and medical doctor Paul Trotman. This week, Xeno, transplanting animal tissue into humans in the hope of a cure for diabetes. 8 p.m. Monday, only on Channel 39.
An SUV was driven through a wooden wall and a large sash window of a Dunedin gymnasium today. Don't park there, Nana. Emergency services were called to Arai Te Uru Whare Horora in College Street, Caversham, following the report. A silver Honda CR-V crashed through the wall of the gym at the Centre for Health Education and Social Services. No, Nana, you shouldn't park there. A police spokesman said no one was inside the gym at the time of the crash. St John's spokesperson said that 2 older persons sustained minor injuries and were treated at the scene. A tradesman working nearby said the man and a woman were in the SUV, and it says that the woman was driving the SUV and accidentally put her foot on the accelerator and drove into the gym. The tradesman, who didn't want to be named, said there was a loud bang on impact. Too right there was. Contentious issues around proposed new freedom camping sites in Dunedin reached boiling point at a council meeting today. 3 new freedom camping sites are proposed for Dunedin, as the 2 that are already provided by the Dunedin City Council have reached capacity. New freedom camping sites at Rotary Park in Highcliffe, a reserve at Powdle Alley in Invermay on the Tairi, and outside the Brighton Surf Lifesaving Club were proposed at the meeting. There has also been much public opposition following camping grounds overrun with litter and human waste, with complaints received about sites at Ocean View and at Warrington.
That freedom camp areas should be limited to a maximum of 10 vehicles per night and per site. This way, they are discreet and campers do not become a public nuisance.
The report said that there was an increase of 37% of vehicles using the Warrington site during February and March of this year compared with the year previous. Queenstown, you're to host 9 matches in next year's Under-19 Cricket World Cup. The matches will be played on the newly renovated Sir John Davies Oval at the Queenstown Events Centre in Frankton. Mina Amso has more with this story.
John Davey Oval in Queenstown might be empty now, but for 2 weeks, from January 15th, it will be full of cricket fans and media attending the Under-19 Cricket World Cup. The International Cricket Council Tournament Director Brendan Burke says Queenstown will be the perfect venue.
With the Remarkables behind me, it is one of the more scenic grounds around the country, absolutely, or around the world.
Queenstown will be one of 4 venues for the tournament, along with Christchurch, Tauranga and Whangarei.
We've got one of the pools down here for the group stage of the tournament, and then we've got the knockouts as well, so 2 quarterfinals, and there's another 4 playoff matches, so there's going to be, as I say, 7 or 8 teams down here through the duration of the tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. That's going to be the difference.
Out of the 16 teams that qualify for the tournament, there is 10 of the test playing nations, so all the ones we see the Black Caps normally playing. Obviously New Zealand, Australia, South Africa, England, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, to name a few, and then there's the other 6 that qualify are the 5 other regions of the ICC around the world, and they play qualifying tournaments to make it here in New Zealand next year, and Namibia, who finished in the highest qualifier from last year's tournament in Bangladesh, so they qualify automatically as well.
All games will be broadcast live to an international audience, and Burke says the tournament will benefit Queenstown hugely.
But the direct spend into Queenstown alone from the teams, from accommodation to transport, rental cars, catering, security, medical, there's a direct spend there already of about $2 million.
The Queenstown Lakes District Council Sports and Recreational Representative Simon Batrick says the council put in a bid for the event, but would not reveal any figures relating to the likely costs to the council.
At the moment the figures are unfortunately reasonably sensitive as far as commercial aspects with New Zealand Cricket and ICC.
The Under-19's Cricket World Cup next year will be the first international cricket event in Queenstown since 2014. Mina Amso, The South Today.
Time now to recap tonight's top stories on The South Today. 19-year-old Ashley Smith is heading to Buckingham Palace at the end of June, where she'll be presented with a Queen's Young Leaders Award for her work in empowering young people to stand up to bullying. Members of the Rotary and the Invercargill business community are coming together to help the homeless by volunteering their time to build a house, and 3 men have survived a harrowing ordeal after their fishing boat Kutere was stranded on a sandbar in Greymouth. And with that news, and I'm sure quite a lot more, tomorrow's ODT. Phil, what's in the paper?
Craig, look at the number of student fires, and things have changed dramatically over the last few years. The numbers are going down fast.
Right, so that's the couch fires.
That's the couch fires, the street fires. So the university and the fire service will be very pleased about that.
Right, something that may have passed into our history now.
Yes, the relationship, the connection between Otago and fires, university will be hoping that can be snapped.
Right.
The mystery benefactor, there was a story this morning to intellectually handicapped children in Dunedin from a 1971 will, looking for the person involved. Readers have told us who that person was, so we've got a few more details.
Okay.
But there's still plenty of mystery surrounding that bequest.
We all love a bit of intrigue, don't we?
We do, don't we? We've got more on also about the reaction of public members to the Freedom Camping proposal for 3 more sites.
Indeed.
I always think don't always mention the opinion page. It's particularly interesting tomorrow as usual, so keep an eye out for that. Into the sport pages. Crusaders, a big match in Christchurch for the Highlanders on Saturday, and Steve Hepburn looks at that, and Luke Whitelock is looking forward at going up against his older brother. The Whitelock brothers are certainly talented rugby players.
Indeed. And that match is in Christchurch.
It's in Christchurch this weekend, Saturday afternoon. So, and finally, I thought I'd mention a political story. Dean McKenzie, political and business editor, looked at the Greens list that was finalised today, and there's very little representation from people who actually live in the South Island, and certainly south of the Waitaki. decent place on the list, very limited from the south. I suppose that reflects the national, and Auckland and Wellington do dominate the country in many ways, don't they?
Well, it's an interesting take on the cyclone, perhaps how we're perceived here in the south. But it's election year, we'll keep an eye on this one. Phil, thank you very much for your time. All right, prepare yourself, because here comes tomorrow's weather.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by Silberhorn Sportsval.
I'm going to start with the Somerton view. Oh, look at that, a pretty rainbow by Dunedin's railway station. Invercargill's Anderson's Park, always an attractive thing. And in Queenstown, the lake. Here comes your situation. It's a cool week, this one, with weak systems affecting all of the south. Little bits of rain and snow. It's just meh conditions, really. Cloudy coastal skies, but the sun might appear too. Yeah, it looks complex. All across the south, light winds, cloudy conditions dominate, and temperatures pinned at 10 degrees. No matter where you go, it is a cloudy old day, but it's not unpleasant. Off to Alexandra into the central area, light winds and cloudy, similar conditions no matter where you go around there. Good conditions to get outside, but it's not going to be raging, will it? Oamaru, light winds and cloudy, 10 degrees for you. Also in Omarama, Timaru, light nor'easters is the best that you can expect, but cloud again, light winds and Twizel and 10. In Dunedin tonight, of course, the ubiquitous cloud and light sou'westers, 7. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, cool, moderate northerlies late in the day, 7 and 10. More cloud on Thursday, moderate nor'easters, 11 degrees, and Friday is still cool and cloudy. Invercargill tonight, showers will be easing, sou'westers they'll be dying out, and 7. Wednesday is mostly fine for you, light winds, sunny and a minor cloud, 6 and 11. Thursday is very changeable, showers, wild skies, then dry and cold, gusty sou'westers, 6 and 10. And Friday is similar, 10 degrees. Thursday, 10 degrees for you too. And that is the South Today. I'm Craig Story. It's been a pleasure to present to you. Thank you very much. Good evening. See you tomorrow night.
This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.